Hello everyone and welcome back to the Swapper. Last time a lot of interesting things happened. As you know, we have the head swapper, the big master swapper, and then we saw who I thought was Dr. Chalmers, but it actually turned out to be, because I went back to the previous video and I saw the name. Actually, it was Dr. Dennett. So I thought it was Dr. Chalmers, so it was very confusing to me because I thought it was Dennett and then it was Chalmers. I was like, who is this person? It was like the same person, so I didn't quite understand it. But anyway, we'll be able to finish up the game this time. We'll be talking a little bit about the story, and we'll be trying to understand what it is, because I think it's almost been a bit confusing to me. But you know, the basic idea right now is that we're on an abandoned station. We are looking for materials, and we have these rock formation known as the Watchers, which seem to be this intelligent life form, and it seems to be killing some of the crew members. So, there's a lot of things going on there. So I guess we'll know a little bit more about that. But anyway, we have a few more puzzles to do. Got to get some more orbs here, and then we have this orb here, the Enagon orb. Let's go ahead up and see what we can do. Alright. Okay, so where is the orb for this one? Okay, the orb is down there. How the heck do you get down there? You have to... Huh. Okay, so this is very interesting here. So I see this switch right here. So this must open the door. So let's see. I didn't mean to make two guys, but okay. So one turns off the lights over there, and I would imagine if we switch back over and get the other switch here, this is probably going to open it up. Okay, that's really interesting. We can't actually make a guy there. Oh, there we go. Let's see now. Let's see what this does. Yep, that opens that. Okay. I wonder if I just did this right automatically, just accidentally. Did I? Wait, no, wait. We also need a guy up on this switch, too. Okay, so I almost did this correctly. Almost. So we can create one more guy, right? Yeah, we can create one more guy. At the same time, yeah, that's a bit of a problem. So let's actually get rid of all these guys first. We need to have both switches activated, then we need a guy over here so we can swap over to him. Alright. So my guess is first we need to create this guy. Like so. Then we'll create this guy here. I should have swapped into him before. Let me see if I can get him. Almost. Okay. So I kind of have to position myself just right in order to do this. Why don't we do that there? There we go. And let's do that. And then I'll put this guy here and I'll quickly swap into him. Like so, okay? And I'll create this guy here. Okay, so now both are activated, but now we can't create another clone. Okay, so that's interesting as well. Because if we go over here with our guys, that's not going to be good. And that's the reason. It's got to be some way we can get rid of one of our guys. And it's a shame because we have that guy down here, but that's what makes it tricky. Because we can't use that guy that's down there. Oh, wait. Can we? I see like a... I see a thing up on the... Oh. Hang on a minute. Let me see something. Okay, I can't actually create any clones there. But that is interesting. I do see a thing to swap them the other way. But anyway, I don't think that's really part of it. I don't think that's really necessary at all. But what if instead... I put this guy here. So that's not really going to matter too much, because this guy will still move. Okay. I believe this is the guy right here that we just created that we need to get rid of somehow. As you know, we can't create any more guys, and all that needs to happen is that... No, well, actually, they both do need to be down, don't they? Oh, these are puzzles sometimes. These puzzles. And what is this little thing right here? Oh, that's just the edge of that. Okay. How could we go about this? I wonder... Maybe I'm just approaching this the wrong way. Let me try to, like, reverse some of my steps. If I do that instead... Well, actually, that's not going to matter, because I just go like this. Or maybe... Wait. And then we go like that. There we go. And what if we did... Swap it like that. There you go. Create this guy up here. Move him a little bit forward. That actually opens that up. And create the guy... Well, that's not really going to work, because then we can't do that. It feels as though I almost have this, but not quite. If we got this... These puzzles. I don't know. I don't know with these puzzles sometimes. Alright. I think we definitely might have been onto something. Let me try to also reverse this. Oh, you can't actually reverse it, because you can't create a clone right into side here. So it makes more sense you had to create it over there, like so. And then maybe do that. What if I did? No, because I'm upside down. Oh, wait a minute. Oh crap, I just messed that up. Yep, I messed that up. I may need to look up the solution to this one, I'm not sure though. I don't like to look up a solution, I really don't. I feel as though I am close. Whatever I'm doing, I am close to something. I may just be overthinking it. What if we created a guy there? Like so. And create our guy up here. Not gonna work. Oh, wait a second. Let's say... No, that's not gonna matter. Gosh, these darn puzzles. And I bet it's something so simple, too. That's how this usually is. Like, once you know, it's like, oh my gosh, I didn't even think about that. It kind of just slipped my mind. I really am curious about this thing right here. This way to reverse it. I don't understand why this is here. Right up there. Because if we could create another clone, that would help, but... That's not gonna help. I mean, this has to be here. I know that. That makes the most sense. And that opens that up. But then how do we... Hold on. I'm gonna... Okay, hang on. I have a different idea. Let me try. That's right, you can't put that guy up there. Alright. Put a guy here. Put a guy there. Bring this over here. I don't know how this is gonna even do anything. It's really not. I'm kind of at a loss. Let me just try like one or two more times, then I'm gonna have to look up a solution, because I can't. I'm not comprehending it. My brain is smart, but I guess it's not that smart. It's one of those things, you just keep trying the same thing, but it doesn't work. Because obviously it's not going to work. See, one of these guys has to be killed, and it has to be this guy right up on the top there. How do we get that scumbag to die? How do we get that scumbag to die? Well, now I just created an extra clone over here, so let me go back over. Clear these clones out. There we go. Like I just called them scumbags. I mean, we can't do that. We can't do that. Wish you could help. You suck at puzzle games. Wait, is this something like right up here? Let me see. No, it's not. Yeah, some people are good at puzzle games, other people suck at them. As we all know, we each have our own type of game style. Yeah, I feel as though I'm kind of onto something here. I don't know what. Hold up. Am I onto... I don't think maybe I'm not onto something. Yeah, I'm not onto something at all. Not at all. Not even slightly. Alright. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to look this one up. Because I can't figure it out. I'm sure it's gonna be so simple, too. Alright, let's take a look. Let me try to find this puzzle. Surely. It can't be this hard now. Oh, I remember that one puzzle with the 4 switches. That's what I see here now. Oh, gosh. Alright, so let's see what this person does. Oh. Okay, well, let me try this real quick. But before I even really do much of anything, they kind of were doing it very interestingly, which was like mid-jump here. Then they went over here. I don't know how this helps. Oh, wait a second. No, you can't swap to those guys there. Unless you do. That's right, you can't create a guy there. You can't swap into that guy there. Okay, so let me just watch some more of the video then, because I don't know what this person's gonna do. Oh, that's what they did. Okay. What this person did, they pretty much go here. They do that, they swap into this person. Then they move back. Well, not that far, but close. I almost had it. If I could just get, like, the beginning part down, I might be able to figure this out the rest of the way. Okay, we'll go right there. Then they did that. And I would imagine maybe you swap it like that. Wait a second. Wait a second. I think I'm onto something here. Yes, I am onto something. I definitely am. Needs to just be a little bit more. Hopefully you see what I'm planning here, what I'm scheming. Although that doesn't work because of the secondary clone. It almost works because we need to kill that other clone up there, which means we had to swap into him and kill the other guy. So it's like, it almost works. But let me finish watching this. I feel as though that is part of the solution. You swap into that and make another clone. No, they did something completely different. Oh gosh, what the heck is that? Okay, I have no idea what this person just did. So let's follow this step by step, because this is confusing to me. Okay. The first thing they did is they created clone here, swapped into it. Okay. Although I probably shouldn't do it that far over. Let's just do it like right here. Swap into it, move over here, make another clone here, and let that be. Okay, then we do that. Okay, so then we go over here, and we swap into this clone. And go back a bit. Create another clone here. Then we go back a bit. Move both those guys back, there we go, to kill them. Oh, I see now. Okay, so then you just move this guy back, move this guy on top, move them both forward. Gosh, that was just... Very confusing. Oh my gosh, that was confusing. And unfortunately, I could not figure it out on my own, but gosh. I would not have gotten that because I just wasn't thinking along those lines, but goodness. Okay. So, let's see. We have 2 other rooms here. Looks like we have a memory terminal up here. And that's right, we're in this crazy watcher room with low gravity. Alright, let's head up here. It's an interesting room. Okay, so this room's upside down. Mysterious rock sample and then another orb here. Let's see what this one says. Each world I concentrate, simplify, make to match your mind. It is slow. These watchers are certainly interesting. Okay, so we have to get up there. And we cannot teleport into these. And are there any switches? Let me see if there's any switches here. It doesn't appear to be. Which, how could there not be? Anyway, there we go. Maybe there's a switch like somewhere else. Now it's that we can't, I don't think we can swap into the red at all. Yeah, we cannot. Oh, I see something. I see something. So we have to somehow get on the roof here and then... Okay, I see. Can't actually swap into that. Yeah, this is going to be quite interesting. Kind of have a bit of an idea. Maybe like that, move that guy over there. Okay, that might work. Something. Not sure what. But I do not feel as though this one is as hard. I do not. Get rid of that guy. Maybe we need to create this guy here. Okay, hang on a minute. I think I'm onto something. I think I'm close to something here. I don't think we can do this like really fast though. Like we would need to like swap into that guy really fast as he's falling. And then create another clone so we don't die when we fall. We're close. This is definitely, I think, doable. To a degree. We need to move that guy out as much as possible. There we go. And what if we created this there then? That's not gonna do anything. We did. That's right, we can't actually jump up there. Okay. Yep, there goes a helicopter. So many helicopters going around. Like multiples every single day. It's kind of odd. It really is. This one... Let me get rid of all of our clones. Perfect. Alright. So here's what I'm thinking for this one. We need to get a guy right on this area upside down and become him. And then we fall off the edge here, go up, but before we fall, so we don't die, we need to create another clone, swap into him, and then we can reverse ourselves right above the orb. But how do we create this clone and swap into him? I don't... Like, if I... Let me create a clone as far away as I can. I mean, the only way to... I mean, I don't think that there is a way... Unless you would create him upside down here and then kind of jump and then, like, you would swap into him like that. But we need him the other way. So that's kind of it. Unless we did... Let's see. What if I did jump here? That's not going to help because he's so far away. And we won't be able to make it over there to him in time. But that is kind of the solution. Like, when we jump, we have enough access, so if we're down here, we can swap into him as he's falling. Okay, let me see something here. Create a guy there. That's right, we can also create a guy here too. Oh, would that be it? Let's see. Create a guy here. I wonder if it's like the same kind of thing as the other puzzle was, which you create two guys upside down. Like so. But how would this help exactly? Because I can't actually... Oh, wait. And then I can move them both back. Oh! So you don't use this little platform at all. You use this guy right down here. I see. That has to be it. That's gotta be it. Okay, so this has to be it, and then we just swap into ourself down in there. This is going to be interesting, because we have to time this quickly. No, we killed ourselves. We killed ourselves in the process, but I think that was it. I think that was practically it. Okay, so let's try this again. I think that was the solution, at least really close to it. See that? Maybe we should offset these a little bit. We need the guy to fall first. Okay, so let's back it up a little bit. There we go. So he can fall off the edge a little bit before us. Back him up, back him up. Go forward. Back him up, back him up. Okay. Okay, this has to work now. I'd be really quick. I don't want to kill our clone though. I have a feeling that we're still gonna kill him. Oh, we did it. That was it. I just wasn't quick enough at the very end there. So that is the solution. Ah. Okay, good to know. That's it. That's definitely it. There you go. Okay, back him up, back him up. Forward. Back him up, back him up. There we go. You go a little forward here. Okay, so we had to be really quick with this. As soon as we swap in. Okay, then we want to create another clone, like right here. There we go. That one was quite tricky, but not as tricky. And then we died. And then we died again. Okay. Alright. One more in this area. Okay, so we have another memory terminal, and then we have the unexplored hatch. We gotta view this memory terminal first. Which means we gotta get upside down. Okay, number 20. Site 7, internal message. Gosh, it's hard to read this. John, we dig enough watchers out. We dig, not we dug. Okay, that's interesting grammar, but okay. We dig enough watchers out of the orbiting asteroids. You ever get to wondering whether they're as smart as they're supposed to be? You know they're supposed to talk to each other. I never heard a peep. And then, what did I say, Arn? I think it says Arn. Maybe they don't speak our language. Think about it. They're telepathic, right? If you could sense what I was thinking as I was thinking it, would you need to read this message or develop language at all? Seriously, if they were going to talk to us, I reckon there'd have to be something pretty damn important. Then John said, I think you're in the wrong work placement. I think you're in the wrong work placement. Okay, that's interesting, but okay. I think you're in the wrong space station here, buddy. That's what I think. Alright, our last Anagon orb here. Okay, so we have that. We have one switch, it looks like. No, two switches. I see another switch over here. Okay. See that switch? That lowers this for some reason. But why does it do that? Let's see what all these switches do first. Okay, so we have this switch here. That lowers that. Okay, so there's two lights. Okay. I don't know if I'm even doing anything right or what, but I have no idea. And then swap into this guy. That opens that up. Allows us to swap into this guy. I feel as though like I almost like have this like already, and I don't really know what I'm doing. Like we need to create a clone up here, but that's the problem right now. I can't create any clones. But you need both those things pressed. Which means we have one extra guy than we should. Like one of these guys in the blue here doesn't need to exist. And that's like the hardest part of this. Like you can figure it out with a lot of guys, but where we stand right now, we can only have we can't have any more clones out. And that is a problem. Okay, let me just restart this. Or I can just die too. That's also helpful. Okay. So that's actually, I think, one of the last steps. Maybe if we did that and then we die, never mind. Put that there. Yeah, it's not gonna work. Alright, so we gotta use up 1, 2, like 4 guys and then create a fifth one or so. Alright, this is where it gets kind of tricky. So I would imagine maybe that's it. We kill that one clone. Well, then I'm just back to where I started. Never mind. Maybe create a... I did that before. I created... That was the first step that I did before. But it doesn't mean it's wrong, though. That could indeed be the first step to this. There. And then maybe... we just don't want to create too many guys. That is the problem. This is pretty much what I did last time. I did that. Okay. And we can't really hit that yet. We need to get rid of one of these guys. That has to be the next objective. What if... let me see here. What if he fell to his death? Can we make him fall to his death? No, it does not work. He cannot fall to his death. This guy can, though. Oh, I just created a bunch of them. That may have been somewhat close to what I had to do. Let's try this again. Okay, go over here. Create our guy right there. Perfect. One over here. Perfect. Jump. Okay. What if I just keep this guy here? It's not going to matter because then we have too many guys. This is definitely not it. I mean, I may need a little bit of a hint to start off with. If I just know, like, the first step, that's all I need to know. Looks like the first step is indeed... I think the first step is indeed what I... about. Yeah, close. Okay. So, I think I just had the first step a little bit upside down, or the wrong way. So instead of making a guy to the left, I'm going to make him to the right, and then maybe then that'll be a little different. What if we do that? Put our guy here. Put our guy over there. But again, we're still in that predicament because we need unless, wait a minute. It's still an issue because we can't create a guy here. We still need to get rid of one of them in order to put a guy up here and swap into him. There's still a bit of an issue with one of these guys being an extra guy, which has to be this guy that we're controlling right up here. This guy has to be the extra guy. He just has to. He's an extra cast member. He's not welcome. Like, dude, you're not welcome here anymore. Okay, so let me. Good. That guy's dead. Go over here. That guy there. Okay. Then how do we get rid of this guy? That's the problem. Unless... No, it can't be. Wait a second. Wait a second. This is going to be kind of interesting. Oh my gosh. I'm going to try something interesting here. I got to be really, really quick with it. This one guy. Put a guy here. How do I get rid of the guy up there now? I need him to die up there. Ugh. Okay. I think I need one more little hint. Oh. Or, you know, I could just do that too. Okay, okay. Well, here's another idea. To not create an extra clone. Let's just... Well, I kind of messed that up. But we have the beginning part correct, except we do create an extra guy that is not needed. Let's actually... Wait here, there we go. Okay. Create a guy there, and then we do this. Put that guy there. That's still not quite working. I can swap into this guy. I mean, it feels as though it's kind of close. Unless, let me see, because I'm kind of seeing what this person did. They like created a clone that was like, see, I would not have thought about that right there. These puzzles at the end are insanely complicated at this point. That's it. Yeah, definitely would not have thought about that. Okay. That looks like that's everything in this room, so now I guess there isn't much more. Okay, so let's use the teleporter. There's a bunch of these teleporters we can use. Where is unexplored territory? Is it right up here? It looks like it's... I think this is it right here. Okay, that has to be it. Yep, this is unexplored territory. The memory terminal, a console, and then unexplored territory there. There's also wait, there's also unexplored territory here. Unexplored hatch. Right. The arrow is pointing to this one though, as opposed to these. Wonder why. There's got to be something. Okay, well, I guess that's to go in the one that has an arrow first. That would probably be the best idea. Okay, so that would be this one. Alright, and then I think that's... Once we explore this one, maybe the final area is that one that didn't have the arrow pointed to it. Alright, this is where we opened up last time, the solar panel release. We'll see how tricky these puzzles are. Number 21. Okay, so we actually are going the correct way. Emergency Evacuation 4. There are 23 of us alive, most of whom are sick. Command has been locked down from the inside. The Watchers are what's killing us. We know that now, but even if we had days ago, we wouldn't have been able to jettison half of them before there'd be too few of us left alive to do it. We brought on board so many. We're a long way from anything out here. I wonder how long it will be before we're discovered. If anyone finds us, for your own sake, don't talk to the Watchers. Sam Cook. Well, that's a bit too late actually now, Sam. We've been talking to them quite a bit. In all honesty, we really have. Oh, this actually leads over here. Oh, okay, so we're actually, I think, heading onto this part right over here. Oh, wow. I think this is going to be like the final part. Final area. So we do know that those Watchers have been killing people. And they got too many of them on their ship. And they weren't able to get too many of them off. But we've been...
How a person could survive here so long. I've had time to wonder that myself. My conclusions are non-cognitivist in character. The terms person and survivor are too ambiguous for reasonable discussion.
That time it said other person, which was what was so weird because we see a bunch of our dead crew members. Oh my goodness. You see a space station in the back. See, last time she talked it said Dr. Dennis, I think. But this time it said other person. Dr. Dennett. Sorry. That was her name. So, that's just kind of weird. Since initially I thought she was Dr. Chalmers. That was the only other person that I had heard. I was looking over our dead crew members. Yeah, this is getting real now. Okay, where's the hatch? Okay, we're right by the hatch. It's too late now. At one time there were so many minds, now there are not. They disconnected from the chain, as you will too. Ah, the eternal chain of life and death. Yep, that sounds about right.
Stop. We don't have time for this. There's something I have to show you. Load up the specimen holding log.
See, that was even more strange. She talked, same exact person, then it said Scavenger and then Dennett. Same exact voice. I presume the same exact person. Interesting.
Where are you? Who said that?
Both good questions. I can only answer the former with certainty. It took us years to... We are currently inhabiting these brains. We are these brains. Do excuse Dennett. Some people don't realize identity theory is more out of date now than when we sealed ourselves in here. We had a choice, Dennett. Die out there, starve in here, or use the swapper device to inhabit these research specimens and await rescue. I'm not proud, but which would you choose? In retrospect, certainly not the option we took. I know what you think. I was asking her.
I'd have to believe you first.
The evidence is right there. Take a look. Wait.
What you're telling me isn't possible. Tell me who just materialized in front of my eyes. Tell me who I just ejected into space.
You ejected your clone. Perhaps your clone ejected you. Does it really matter? You're still yourself. Copies of copies of copies. What's important now is that we get off this station.
The ship I came here in is fried. I have a rescue team on the way. They'll be here in a day's time.
Not soon enough.
Why not?
There's a life form on this station that will kill us in a matter of hours. And you just unsealed the only shielded section. We were safe in here for decades.
There must be something we can do.
There might be, but not like this. You have to use the device to release me. Swap places with me, just until I can put things right. It's not as simple as that.
You can't make me do that. I won't do it.
Even if I were in a position to make you do it, I wouldn't. You have the same choice we did. You can die here, or you can do what you have to go on.
Well, I'm at a loss for words there. So, Chalmers and Dennett were those two brains that we saw. And then a scavenger swapped with them, but they both seem to be like the same person. It's like they're all the same person inside the scavenger. That's really interesting. So, yeah, there's okay, look, and there's no brains down there, so... Well, actually, the brains are there, but they're dead, but it looks like it was that Chalmers in the right one? Or, no, I think, I guess it was Dennett. I don't know. That was really interesting. Number 22. And now this is substance, 3 minds, 1 ad corpus, 2 ex corpus. So I think that kind of makes sense right there. I mean, 3 minds. I mean, is that person all 3 people? The scavenger, Dennett, and Chalmers? Method: swapper device engaged on all 3 minds simultaneously. Result: me. Oh, okay. So yeah, that has to be it. It's 3 people in one body. So it's pretty much they have. Oh gosh. When the device was engaged by the trespasser, her own mind was combined with the Chalmers and Dennett minds to create me. I cannot tell if I am all of them or none of them, for I do not remember what it is like to be any one of them, anyone other than I. Let's just think about that for a moment. That just kind of blows your mind. Interesting. We gotta go down there and look at the brain capsules. Get in here. Yeah, there they are. This is where it took place. Wow. Okay, and then what's down even further?
First you swap us into brain specimens for a century, then you talk this girl into using the device. Now look at us. We're 3 different people locked into one body by your damn swapper. Does crazy even apply here? My mind was my own when I came here. You 2 can think what you like. I am going to land the station. You're going to kill us all. should have done it my way. Incredible. After all these years, you still cling to these dogmatic intuitions about the soul. The device doesn't work like that. You wanted to swap with the Head Watcher and take control. It would have destroyed you. I don't believe you can adequately explain how you know that, so I defer to the simplest explanation. Not a soul necessarily, but something which remains, even if the physical facts change. After all, we've been through countless bodies, but I still feel myself. If I'm right, then how would you ever know? I want to know. Please, let's keep things civil now. You've taken everything. You've given me no choice. Please don't. There's only one way to be sure.
She just did it. She just swapped into it, and she died. But what does that mean? Because she was 3 minds in one body, and she just swapped with the Head Watcher. What does that mean? Wait, can we swap with it? No, it's not open. But what the heck? We can't even go over there. So that explains 3 minds in one body. That explains why I thought she was Chalmers and Dennett. I mean, that's it right there. That makes perfect sense. Well, it doesn't make sense, but it always were he picking using fresh fur. Okay, now they're just getting bizarre. A lot of rock samples in here. Hurt. Something is wrong with who I am. I can't see that dimension. Okay, so this is where our final special secret terminal is. What we have to do is we have to get up on this elevator and use the momentum of it to go through the wall. Like so. And here's our final secret terminal. Okay, message from home 10. Theseus, we don't know if you're still out there. We haven't received anything from you in decades. All other stations have ceased broadcasting. Sisyphus project is being shut down. If you're out there, good luck and goodbye. Alright. That's the end. I guess we'll hear from them. There's no point apologizing. It's too late for you now. Gosh, are they leading us to our death? You are sick. You will die. Yes, they are. That confirms it right there. Unless... Oh. There is a way we can survive this.
Incoming transmission detected. Broadcast location, unknown vessel.
This is Rescue Charter 509 Alpha responding to SOS request. In read, over. To anyone on board, we're seeing some troubling readings here. Whatever you're exposed to, you're going to have to get off that station before we arrive, or we're going to be bringing home bodies, over. We'll be with you in approximately 13 hours, Theseus. That's 1-3 hours. Out.
I don't know if we're going to survive 13 hours, to be honest. Number 23. Okay, so he pronounced it Theseus, I believe, is what it sounded like. Mission parameters. The natural resources placed within our reach are all but exhausted. Research Station Theseus is one of 7 remote outposts established at great expense in a time of great need. It's remit in the long-term identification and synthesis of useful alien materials. We ask our crew to survive on the frontier, beyond the comfort of your families at home, beyond any hope of relief or rescue for decades at a time. And we ask you to take the labor of that toil and turn it over to us for the good of the many and for the good of the families who will not forget you. You will be stationed 7 years travel for the nearest outpost. You will be expected to function largely self-sufficiently, and in the absence of reliable communications, to maintain professionalism in isolation for extended periods of time. An endeavor of this scale has never been attempted before, and you will find extensive documentation stored securely on the root directory. Research Station Theseus, and under the project's Sisyphus operational umbrella. But we don't want to get Umbrella involved, because we know Umbrella, pharmaceutical company in Resident Evil. We don't want anything to do with Umbrella, of course. But anyway, so we need all of the orbs, which we got, to get to this last area. Landing sequence. Here we go. I guess this is the end, maybe.
Theseus landing sequence activated. Landing compromised. Landing compromised.
Oh, here we are. Map not available. So, our landing was compromised here, so what does that mean for us? The lost ones, they have rejoined the Great Chain, but somehow they are changed. The Great Chain. Anything up here? No, there's nothing up here. The Great Chain of, I would imagine... Whoa! Did something else that time. It's the same one, right? Yes, the same one. Okay. What if we... Is it because we swapped into someone else? Is that why? No. Okay. The Great Chain. The eternal life. Keep living, dying. Living and dying. Life, death, life and death. Well, I think we screwed up this puzzle. Did. There we go. What we should do is go like this instead. 1, 2, 3, and then 4. The atmosphere is absolutely beautiful. Life is worth living at any cost. I still feel myself. A mind is not only a brain. Now we're getting really deep here. No one can make me do that. There is another way. It's the only way to be sure. Let me go back to this one, because let me see if it changes. No, it's still the same. What if we create a clone? Oh, we can't actually create any clones here. Okay. The choice is the same as before. You can die here, or you can do what you have to go on.
This is Rescue Charter 509 Alpha responding to SOS request. Stand by for risk analysis. Ground machine. Subject checks out okay, but readings are off the scale. Recommend full quarantine protocols during extraction. Over. Don't worry. We're gonna get you home. Ship to ground. We don't have that facility on board, and we're not confident we can safely extract without it. Over. And what are your orders? Over. Take every precaution and return to ship. Out. I'm sorry.
Oh, we have a choice. Do we swap or stay on the planet? Do we become him? Or do we stay here? Oh, what should we do? Hopefully we'll be able to see both these endings, but what should we do? Do you think we should stay, or do you think we should swap and become him? If we stay here, this is what we've already done. This is how we've been. He's here to rescue us. If we swap into him, we're taking his chances away. But if we stay here, at the same time, we could die here. Well, I think I'm gonna choose to stay here. Let's stay. So they're leaving. I guess we go down here then. There is another mind here. It is dying. What is dying? A disconnection, the absence of knowledge. What is it for? To avoid something worse. Will the mind learn anything? It will cease to learn, but it will retain its identity. For a short time at least. Then we fell to our death. So we stayed there. And we died, of course. Hopefully, I want to go ahead and skip the audio, that for now. Hopefully this takes us right to the end. This takes us to the credits. I wanted to see the ending again. A different ending. It's a shame that they don't allow you to make that other choice. Well, I'm going to have to try to find a video so we can see that other ending. But I guess let's check out the credits while I do that and see the amazing people who made this. So that's kind of a bleak ending. It really was. I guess that's to be expected. Okay, so I did find a video here that shows the other ending. It's a shame though that they don't allow you to, when you hit continue, to make that choice again. Because I guess they want you to replay through the game again, which I guess in some way that could be good to experience the adventure again, but at the same time, what if you want to see what that other ending is? Anyone we forgot to mention, we still lower less than sign 3 you. Ollie would like to thank Mom, Dad, Bro. Indie Fun. Otto would like to thank no one. Okay, so yeah, let's check out the video here. Okay, let me bring it up. So let's just think about this for a moment. So we had, I don't really know what the whole situation was with Chalmers, and she had swapped with the head watcher, and then she died, and it was interesting because, I mean, what came of that? She was just kind of dead. Okay, here's where it is. And I'm curious to see what this other ending could be. Let me actually close out of this and then show you the other ending. Alright. So, we had chosen to stay there, which of course was going to lead to our death. We kind of figured that. But let's see what would have happened if we did not. I think this should be good.
Base, I'm seeing... That's confirmed. She's just jumped. Repeat, subject no longer in range. No life signs detected.
Marcus, what happened?
Damn it. That's the third casualty this month. Marcus, debrief.
He doesn't seem himself.
How can you tell?
Would you look at him?
Looks like Marcus to me. Readings are worse than we thought. Computer's pulling us out of here. Take your places, people.
Who was she anyway? Just another opportunist.
Call-out doesn't say. Does it matter anymore?
That was it? Interesting. So, I kind of like the ending that we got. When we... That was weird. That one was weird. We swap into it and they come back and it's like... The person who's controlling him is doing all this weird stuff and everything. It's like, oh, he doesn't seem like himself. Well, he looks fine to me. And like, okay. Interesting. That's really interesting. So I did actually like the ending that we got more. Because it was, we were falling down and we heard some stuff before we died. Like, we didn't want to take the life away from that other guy. Interesting. So, let's just talk a bit about this for a moment, because, you know, we had the Watchers on this planet that we were excavating, that pretty much drove everyone mad and killed most of our crew member, as we saw at the very end there. And I did bring this up from Wikipedia as well, so we could kind of analyze it a bit and just think about this. So it said, we saw all those brains of Dr. Chalmers and Dennett, and they all merged into one. They have different 3 different minds in their body. It's interesting, but okay. So, all right. So it says Dr. Chalmers performed brain transplants on terminally ill patients and keeps their brain alive. She believes she can use the swapper directly on the transplanted brains and swap the person's consciousness into a body, prolonging their life. But her colleague, Dr. Dennett, disagrees with this practice on ethical grounds. So that's a very type of controversial practice to be doing. But it you know, wait, I don't know. And again, we don't really know much about the head watcher there, except when that scavenger had teleported into it, she just died. I mean, nothing happened. It seemed like nothing happened from that. She just died. So, and as we saw at the very end, Dr. Dennett and, you know, Dr. Chalmers and then the scavenger, all the same person. So there was certainly a twist at the end. Let's see. Okay, let me see what it says. So according to this also, this didn't wish to land the station while Chalmers wished to use the swapper on the head watcher. So that was their final decision at the very end. Dennett wanted to get off the station, wanted to land the station. It says in order to return the watchers to the planet. So this was the same ship that all those watchers were on. So they needed to get them off, and most of the crew members died on this space station. So they wanted to get him off. And I guess that was the only person who was left to do the job. But they were both conflicted within the same mind. I'm sure we've all had that sort of thing. We're conflicted within our own mind as to what is and what isn't. How should we behave? How should we think of certain actions and be a certain way? You know, we have conflicting ideas even within our own mind. I mean, it's something that all of us have. So we have two different people here who have these different ideas as to what they want to do. And so that made it even more confusing, because then how do you go about making that decision? And who gets the say in that decision? Because as I said, according to this, it said, where is it? Dennett wanted to land the station, but Chalmers wanted to swap on the head watcher, and it was Chalmers who ended up getting what she wished for. That was pretty much what happened. And we saw the outcome of that because she died. That's essentially what it was. There you go. I'll put this on so we're not looking at a blank screen. Yeah, a blank screen. So after that, the consciousness of the other scavenger, fed up with the arguing, uses the swapper on the head watcher. And the body appears to die. So it was actually, okay, the scavenger who did it. So it was pretty much the scavenger's the one who made that decision, but it was in Chalmers' favor. The player's scavenger completes the station landing, and from across the chasm, it meets a rescue team member, Marcus, who scans the scavenger as a precaution and radons of quarantine procedures. Eventually, the ship's captain responds that they do not have the quarantine facility on board, which means that the scavenger must be left behind. Either way, that body got left behind. There was no question about that, because either if we swapped or we had died, that body was left behind because it needed to be quarantined. Marcus apologizes and turns to leave. Here the player is presented with two options. So let's see what these two options are. If the player chooses to swap, they switch bodies with Marcus, who falls to his death in the scavenger's body. The scavenger in Marcus's body makes her way. Okay, so it was actually a woman we were playing as. I was not expecting that. How do we know it was a woman? I don't know how we would know it was a woman, but apparently we were a woman this whole time. The scavenger in Marcus's body makes her way to the rescue ship and is treated with suspicion by another crew member, but the captain ignored the concern and pulls the ship into orbit. I don't particularly like that, because I feel as though we're robbing Marcus of his, for what he's trying to do and help us, you know? I mean, he came down here to rescue us. Now we're just going to let him be there? That's just messed up. Okay, and then the other option, which is what we chose, which I'm actually glad that we did. If the player chooses to stay on the planet, they fall down the chasm and are spoken to by the Watchers, who say that although they are unfamiliar with the concept of death, they imply that the scavenger will be allowed to maintain her identity in their collective. Which, as we know, as we talked about, you know, infinite life, eternal life, whatever, you know, it's your physical body may die, but your spirit does not die. Your physical brain may die, but what's inside, deep down, does not die. That does not die. So that's kind of what the Watchers were pretty much saying, this eternal chain of life You know, you have this experience in this life, in this physical form, but at the deepest level, you are not a physical body. You spend more time outside of your physical body. You're just here for a short period of time in this physical world. So I really like this because I was not expecting it to go that deep, but that's certainly a big philosophical concept that I am, very familiar with, that I have practiced and believe myself, that we do not die. It's the concept of our bodies dying. That's all that it is. Someone dies, they don't die. They move on to how they really truly are. And then we can come back. We can be reincarnated as different people. And we don't know those past lives that we had for the most part because our brain, our physical body is incapable of knowing. It's the physical limitation of our physical bodies. So that's really interesting. It really is. So could it be then that the highly intelligent life forms, those watchers, and I've talked a little bit about this, the collective unconscious, the collection of the consciousness that unites us all at the deepest level, could those watchers pretty much symbolize that they are the collective unconscious? So when she dies, she is essentially part of the watcher. She is one of them because she has always been connected in some way. And that's why they're so highly intelligent and they're all over, because they are the deepest level of human consciousness. I don't know. I guess it's just a bit of a theory, but it's an interesting one. And as I said, I'm very, very familiar with that type of theory. It's something that I personally believe myself and practice, but I don't know. I guess you can make your own determination as to what that is, but that's kind of how I see it. So this was really, really interesting. I really liked this. The puzzles got really, really tough at the end. My gosh, they were very, very tough to the point I had to look up a few guides and just to give me a bit of a hint. I did not particularly like how difficult that they got. I did prefer the puzzles earlier on, which were a bit easier, but that's to be expected. But overall, this was a great game. And again, I want to thank the person who sent this to me, because they sent it to me on Steam. They gifted it to me, and I hope you've been watching it either on the stream or on YouTube or wherever it is that you're watching it, and hopefully you enjoyed it, because I certainly did. I really did. So anyway, that's going to do it for the Swapper. We're get on to a different game next time, and hope you enjoyed it. So let me know your determination, what your ideas may be. If you're watching this on YouTube afterwards, let me know what your ideas are as to what this game was about at the end there. I'm really curious. So anyway, you'll take care now, and I'll catch you later. Bye-bye now.